Landslide and flash floods hit Indonesia's Sumatra island. 50 people injured on Boeing flight to New Zealand. South Korea deploys military and other doctors to strike hit hospitals. Pope Francis sparks anger after comments on Ukraine. Indonesian flight pilots allegedly fell asleep in the cockpit. Animal smugglers caught at Thai airport.
Hello, I'm Wade Lee. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It is Tuesday, March 12th, and here are your top stories. Officials said Sunday that torrential rain have triggered flash floods and a landslide on Indonesia's Sumatra island, killing at least 26 people and leaving 11 others missing. Tons of mud, rocks, and uprooted trees rolled down a mountain late Friday, reaching a river that burst its bank and tore through mountainside villages in Pesisir, Selantron district of West Sumatra province. The National Disaster Management Agency said on Monday, relief efforts have been hampered by power outages, damaged bridges, and roads blocked by thick mud and debris.
The National Disaster Management Agency said on Sunday, rescuers retrieved 6 bodies in Pesisir Selatan and 3 more in the neighboring district of Padang Pariaman, bringing the death toll to 26. The agency in a statement said at least 2 villagers were injured by the flash flood and rescuers are searching for 11 people who are reportedly still missing. It said more than 80,000 people had fled to temporary government shelters after the flood and landslide buried 14 houses, while 20,000 houses were flooded up to the roof in 9 districts and cities in West Sumatra province. Heavy rains cause frequent landslides and flash floods in Indonesia, where millions of people live in mountainous areas or near floodplains.
Dozens of passengers were injured by a strong movement on board a Boeing-made plane flying from Sydney, Australia to Auckland in New Zealand on Monday, with some requiring hospital treatment. It's unclear exactly what caused the mid-flight injuries, but the South American airline LATAM said in a statement that there was a technical event during the flight which caused a strong movement, without elaborating further. The local ambulance service in Auckland told the Association Press that about 50 people were treated at the scene. The airline said 7 passengers and 3 cabin crew were taken to Middlemore Hospital for medical checks, but no serious injuries were reported.
LATAM Airlines Flight LA800, a 787-9 Dreamliner, landed as scheduled in Auckland after its 2 hours and 42-minute flight. It's not known how many passengers were on board, but the Dreamliner can hold between 250 and 280. The airline said statement, as a result of the incident, some passengers and cabin crew were affected. They received immediate assistance and were evaluated or treated by medical staff at the airport as needed. Boeing has made headlines several times in recent months for technical problems with its aircraft, most notably when the door panel of an Alaska Airlines flight blew out midair over Portland, Oregon, on January 5. Bright orange flames were seen shooting out of an engine a United Airlines Boeing 737-900 flight from Texas to Florida last week, forcing it to make an emergency landing.
South Korea plans to start deploying military physicians and doctors from public health centers to strike-hit hospitals on Monday to help care for patients affected by the walkout of nearly 12,000 trainee doctors from 100 hospitals over government reform plans. Health Minister Cho Kyung-hong said at a meeting on Sunday, 20 military surgeons along with 138 public health doctors will be assigned to 20 hospitals for 4 weeks. The number of military physicians called on to help so far was only a small fraction of the roughly 2,400 military doctors, according to a Defense Ministry briefing.
The government has denied the walkout, which started on February 20th, has caused a full-blown health crisis, but some hospitals have had to turn away patients and delay medical procedures. Health Ministry data showed as of Friday morning, nearly 12,000 protesting doctors at 100 hospitals had left their posts in a dispute over a government plan to increase medical school admissions, defying pressure from the authorities to return to work. South Korean officials have been trying to coax the doctors to return to work by warning them that their medical licenses could be suspended, but so far appear to have had little success with the tactic. The health ministry said notices had been sent to more than 4,900 doctors as of Friday to instruct them that the authorities could start suspending licenses if they did not explain their action.
Pope Francis has sparked anger after saying Ukraine should have the courage of the white flag and negotiate to end the war with Russia. In an interview with Swiss broadcast radio Television Suisse published on Saturday, Francis was asked whether he thinks negotiations would legitimize the stronger party. He replied, "That is one interpretation, but I believe that the stronger one is the one who sees the situation, who thinks of the people, who has the courage of the white flag to negotiate." The Pope added, "And today, negotiations are possible with the help of international powers."
The comments brought a swift response from Kyiv, which has seen tens of thousands killed and is seeking to recapture all its territory seized by Russia. Ukraine's Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba said in a post on social media Sunday, "Our flag is a yellow and blue one. This is the flag by which we live, die, and prevail. We shall never raise any other flags." He said, "The strongest is the one who, in the battle between good and evil, stands on the side of good rather than attempting to put them on the same footing and call it negotiations." Speaking to Ukrainians in New York on Saturday, the father and head of the Ukrainian Greek Catholic Church, His Beatitude Sviatoslav, said, "Ukraine is wounded, but unconquered, and that no one is thinking about making concessions."
A Batik Air Indonesia pilot and his second-in-command are accused of allowing their flight that they were operating to veer off course as they both took a snooze in the cockpit mid-flight. The report from Indonesia's National Transportation Safety Committee said the January 25th flight, BTK 6723, was carrying 153 passengers from Halu Oleo Airport in Kendari to Soekarno-Hatta International Airport in Jakarta. Both pilots, whose names were not included, had just completed a trip in the opposite direction, from Jakarta to Kendari, before they made the return, which is when they both fell asleep.
The report said, once the return flight to Jakarta took off and the plane reached a cruising altitude of 36,000 feet, the 32-year-old pilot asked for permission to take a rest. According to the report, after the pilot's nap, the pilot asked the 28-year-old second-in-command whether he wanted to rest, but the co-pilot said he did not want to. While the pilot slept, the co-pilot asked to change the flight path to dodge bad weather, and was instructed to check in with flight control when they were in the clear. But then the co-pilot accidentally fell asleep. The pilot woke up to find that the aircraft was not in the correct flight path, according to the report. The pilot saw the co-pilot was asleep and woke him. The flight then continued on course and landed safely in Jakarta. No one was injured, and the plane was not damaged.
An endangered red panda has been found alongside 86 other animals inside luggage at Bangkok's Suvarnabhumi Airport. The Thai Customs Department said that the red panda was one of 87 animals found in the luggage of 6 Indian nationals who have been arrested for trying to smuggle live animals out of the country. The suspected smugglers and the animals were headed for Mumbai, India. In addition to the discovery of the red panda last Monday, Thai Customs Department said that it had found a cotton-topped tamarin monkey, a fishing cat, and a Sulawesi bear couscous in the suspected smuggler suitcases.
The Customs Department said lizards, snakes, birds, squirrels, and bats were also amongst the animals discovered. Images released alongside the Thai Customs Department's statement show animals stowed in wicker baskets, plastic tubs, and fabric bags inside large wheeled suitcases. The statement alleged that the suitcases were intended to be loaded onto an airplane. According to the Thai Customs Department, the individuals suspected of smuggling the animals violated several laws, including the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, CITES, which regulates the international trade of wild species of plants and animals. The suspects are also accused of attempting to export live animals without declaring them and violating animal disease control laws.
The answer for yesterday was C, depicts. Margaret Atwood's novel depicts a gloomy, futuristic America. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into the news of South Korea deploys military and other doctors to strike-hit hospitals. Number 1. Deploy, 部署,调度. At least 5,000 missiles were deployed along the border. Number 2. Full-blown, 完全成熟的,成熟的,具所有特征的. The border dispute turned into a full-blown crisis. Number 3. Coaxed, 哄劝,劝诱. She coaxed the horse into coming a little closer. Next, we have a multiple-choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comment section. The correct answer will be announced tomorrow. And that's it for today's Funday News. Be sure to tune into Funday News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'm Wei Lee, your host. I'll see you next time.